She cries after abandoning her family. It was a good job. Welcome back to another video. We talking about the one and only Balby Alteezy, Alheezy off the Heezy off Wheezy, no Omeezy. She left her family. She left her husband, who was making six figures. I think he was a millionaire actually, and I think maybe he was a CEO or something like that. Left his ass. Thought this shit was gonna take off social media, and it didn't take off. I appreciate you guys for letting one of my video or a few of my videos just last night hit over 2 million views. My reactions. Appreciate all the love and support. Go tap in, man. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
She been comment me.
One of the most disliked podcasters on the internet might have finally broken this ironic character she was putting on after the replies that she got to, well, not debuting, but resurfacing her new boyfriend. This is Bobby Althoff we're talking about. I can't play it because of the music, but you're seeing it on your screen right now. She posted this TikTok of her and her new man that she's been with for at least 6 months now, if I'm thinking about it. I don't know who the guy is, nor am I interested in finding out who the guy is. People are saying he's
Facts.
an NFL player. He was a former NFL player.
NFL player? Nigga built like a basketball player. He built like a hooper. He built like DeJounte Murray. I could be wrong. He
At
could be.
least 6 months.
What I realized growing up is, you like football players are buff. Nah, depending on your position. Growing up, people would tell me, "You play football? You play football?" I'm like, "Yeah." You skinny? I'm like, I'm different. I'm cold though. As I get older, I'm looking at people. I think I was just young. Y'all was judging me when I was young. This is all off topic, but I'm like, bro, I see all these receivers, and they skinny. They're skinny. I could have been stay with that. Y'all discouraged me when I was young.
If I'm thinking about it, I don't know who the guy is, nor am I interested in finding out who the guy is. People are saying he's an NFL player. He was a former NFL player, like linked up on Instagram and all this other stuff. And the replies that she got to this were so brutal that she broke down crying on video. And I'm gonna play you guys a couple of clips from that.
Oh my,
and
she
we're
pressed
gonna go over it because
upload.
I don't think
Oh
that
my
she's
goodness.
being ironic or rage baiting here.
Today I posted a video of me and my boyfriend.
Well, you're watching this
Oh
Monday.com ad.
my,
Michael
I'm
clicked the
about
star,
to lose
and
it.
Monday's
These
sidekick
ads,
scanned
sub
vendor
up,
quotes,
so I don't
dropped
gotta
the
deal
data
with
into
these
the
ads,
board,
man.
and sorted.
For us.
And so many of the comments, every single time I post him, which we've been together for a year, but without fail, every single time I post him, all of the comments are about how I'm ran through, and oh, look, another one, or he probably doesn't know how ran through she is, or just mean things. And and if I post any video, truly in general, the amount of hate comments I get are just like unreal. And I think it's because I have a lot of men following me, and they just have so much to say. They have so many mean things to say, and as much as I wish that these comments didn't get to me, it's like, I'm human, and if you got this many negative things said about you every day, it would get to you too. And I don't even know what the point of, I don't want sympathy from people. I'm saying this because I hope if you're one of the people who hate me, maybe you'll watch this and reconsider it. And maybe that's asking for too much, maybe that's an impossible ask, but it's like...
So in this first segment of the video,
Okay. No. You're on some bullshit. You was on BS. You was on some Hawk Tua, girl. I'm on top of the world. No, we don't care then. Because you didn't care when you was popping off. You only saw the ceiling. Now that the ceiling is right here and you're right here, or the ceiling is right here, you kind of passed it a little bit. Now you're like, man, I don't know. Because I guarantee you she was still blowing up and she was still relevant and people were still tuning in and watching her. She was new before they could really hate her. And they were just questioning her, and she was making money, and she was like, hey, I could really start anything. And she would not be crying about the hating comments because she wasn't before. But now that her ceiling has been reached, her potential has been set, now the hate comments get into it when it's messing with her money. Now it's not messing with her money or whatever the case is.
video. One thing that
Convenient.
she's tripping about is like, yo, you know, I have a lot of guys following me. I don't know if that's true. I just think it's, especially the way the algorithms work, I just think she gets put on the For You page of guys, and they get, I guess they just have to leave comments on her. Because, like, for example,
I don't
Bobby
go on
Alpha,
social
and
media,
I'm a
she don't be
natural
on
born
my
hater,
shit.
so I get this. However, there's levels to this hate. Me,
I'm a hater, though.
I'm more like a, how do you say? Like, I'm in my own piece of land, and I'm hating on my own piece of land. I'm not a colonizing type of hater.
Nah, yeah,
now, what is
facts.
a colonizing type of hater? A colonizing type of
I'm not
hater is
going
like,
over
yo,
there.
let's go find newfound land and hate over there. So a colonizing type of hater, which is who's attacking Bobby Althoff, is they see a post that she makes or that
Is
somebody
it
makes,
Althoff or Althoff? Is it Althoff? Did he say Althoff? That's the first time I heard that, I think.
is who's attacking Bobby Althoff, is they see a
It's
post
Thoff.
that
It
she
is Thoff,
makes
but we
or
say
that somebody
Thoff.
makes of her, and then
That's a
that she
stupid
makes
ass last
especially,
name.
and then they go under her post, under her profile, and
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here, my African last name.
are DMing her or replying under it with hate. That is crazy. That's a level of hate that I can grasp. I can wrap my head around it. However, actually, no, I can't wrap my head around it. Like, yo, you've got to be a different level of hate. But what I'm saying is, for that type of a hater, if you think that you breaking down crying and saying like, yo, you know, like, I just hope that a person that, you know, hates on me like this is going to change their
Yeah, they just said, you think she's thinking that the person saying, yo, your mother, your father, for making you and that baby you got with that man. We like that guy. We sympathize with him over there. But you could tomorrow, you can die tomorrow. We don't care. She thinks crying to him is gonna make him go and fuck you. You know what? I remember she was crying. Hell no. If anything, that's gonna make me turn up even more. She can't take it. She can't take it. Let me double down on it. Let me triple down on it. Fuck you,
ways
Bobby.
and maybe stop.
That's how they
you
think
just put the
it.
Energizer Bunny battery in their back.
See?
They are turning up. They said,
Yeah.
"Oh, we got her." Oh, say less. Because the thing with Bobby Althoff is that she's very ironic. She's very sarcastic. She's very like dry humor, very unfunny. I will say one of the most unfunniest people that I've come across.
Genuinely, yeah.
For me to laugh at something, it takes some work. Even people that are considered funny, I just kind of stare at, and I'm like, maybe I just don't laugh a lot. Yeah, I think
I don't
that's-
laugh a lot.
I guess we'll cope with that by saying, you know, the less you laugh, maybe the less wrinkles you get. So I guess that's how I'll cope. Yeah, I don't laugh enough, I guess. Hey, it is what it is. But her being not likable contributes to this, and people
Imagine being able
Oh,
to build an app with
ads.
your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base
Subscribe.
44.
want to let her know, like, oh, we're on your ass. And the reason why I think that she's getting hate, and we have to be honest, it's not because she left her man, her husband, I should say, and the fact that she's saying like, oh, you know, people are saying you're ran through. Now, objectively speaking, she is, in terms of like 2 babies came down there, right? Like they literally, with both of their feet, they came out of there. So they did run through there. Now, like her experience with guys, I don't know, frankly. Like she said she got, that's, the point is irrelevant.
Nah,
especially not publicly.
she seems like one of them. I don't like talking about people's what's it called, because you know we're supposed to be. And you gotta remember, this is before she did her plastic surgery on her face, before she removed some of her breasts. Remember when people was tuning in because she had bigger breasts? You remember that? That was making its rounds when she was first. Now look at her. She's teeny now. So now you're leaving those people that were watching you, like men most likely, that were watching you, to not even have anything to want to watch you for anymore. Now you're losing your viewership, and now they're actually turning on you. I'm telling you, you might think I'm crazy. I'm telling y'all, that's really how it be.
Like she was just doing interviews with people like Drake. But the problem is, on the internet, if you're spotted in a
They're
way
weird, man.
where
Some men
people
are
can
weird
jump
like
to the
that.
conclusion of, oh, nah, he cracked, then that's just going to get attributed to you just because. So yeah, I think that's just the hater, like just guys on the internet hating in that manner. But her leaving her husband that she got with that 21 and she had 2 kids with immediately when she got lit, keep in mind, and it was for irreconcilable differences. Like, he didn't cheat, he didn't necessarily do anything wrong. That would warrant, and it's understandable that she gets that first wave of hate. I don't know about warrant, but it's understandable that she gets that first wave of hate.
It's
like, you
warranted.
just left your husband after you got lit. It's like if a dude he's got his day one wife, right, baby mama, whatever, and then he dips on her the minute he gets lit, and she was supporting him, she was managing him, she was investing in him, etc. I would understand if he got hate from chicks or even from dudes.
But you would so why is that you will understand with him, but then for her it's like, I don't know if it's warranted. It's the exact same thing. If anything, it's worse because he's the one making money. He deserves to. He's the one bringing the money, and she's just staying at home doing nothing. Now she's taking care of the kid, which is a big responsibility, and she's doing all that. She had the kids, which is, no man could do that, but at the same time, she just left. She wasn't doing anything.
Potentially.
Being real.
The problem is her continuing to get hate for new guys. And let's be real here. The reason why she is getting hate for these new guys or new guy is simply because he's black. That's all there is to it. There is nothing. We're not going to mince words. We're not going to say it's because he's an NFL or was an NFL player. That's the only reason. And I will prove this because, well, I don't even think I need to prove it, but there was this rage bait of a post. We need to. Can we get a location?
I haven't seen any of this. This is all brand new, spanking new to me.
Like, now there's a function on X to see where the location of the account is that's tweeting. Like, if they're in India, if they're in South Africa, if they're in Sri Lanka, if they're in Australia, if they're in East Asia, etc. But this post put it out. Bobby Althaf has been spotted with 3 different black men since divorcing her husband. Living her best life, an exclamation point and double eye emoji. This got 22.7 million views. This was back in May.
Goodness.
77K likes. And you just see pure hate throughout the replies. Like, it's absolutely brutal. And a lot of the references are not the fact that he's a guy. No, the references are because of his skin tone. That's what it is. And I'm willing to bet that if she got with like just some regular white guy NFL player or some golf player, like, there would be a little bit of hate when they first got together, but
that's true. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah.
They wouldn't say much. Now I'm gonna play you guys this next clip where she talks about being a people pleaser.
It's like, as a people pleaser, having so many people be so mean to me online every day is so frustrating, and it's just, I wish I didn't care, but I've definitely stopped posting as much because all of my comments are just so mean. People are so mean to me on the internet.
You can always turn them off. There's always an option. Turn the comments off.
Like, what? Because
let them repost it with negative comments.
Every guest, and it's like, literally, I do not, but you won't ever believe that. And maybe if I were ugly, you would not even say that, because I tried to tell myself those don't matter, but it's like, then I'm a horrible mother, and it's like, I am such a good mother. Anyone who knows me in real life knows I'm an amazing mother, and my kids I care so much about, and that's...
Y'all know how I feel about self-proclamation. I hate when people proclaim that they are something. Now, saying I care so much about mine, okay, that's one thing. Now saying I'm such a good mother. It's like me coming on here saying I'm such a good YouTuber. Okay. You're telling us that you're, okay, subjective? Okay.
Another part of it that really gets me is, like, one day my kids are going to be old enough to read these comments, and it's like, it's just like, I wish people weren't so mean. So grateful for this job because I make a lot of money to post myself on the internet, to film videos, and it has given me and my kids a really great life.
Her husband was rich already. And I guess she just wanted her own money or something like that, because her husband was like a millionaire, right? Or am I wrong? Was that misinformation from a year and a half ago? I'm pretty sure that was real.
Sometimes it's like, especially hard on Sundays. I don't have my kids. They're with their dad. And I get to sit here and I read comments and I shouldn't, but it's like, it's so hurtful. And so many people are so angry. They're so angry that I am not with my ex anymore.
The first part is so funny because she says, oh, you know, if you people say I sleep with every guest and I can't prove otherwise, this is true. And I said this earlier where it's like, yeah, people are just going to assume because she's close with a dude in close proximity that the guests are cracking her. And no, people would not say that if she was ugly or unattractive, but also if she was ugly, she would not have a podcast. That's just that just is what it is. And she would not have a podcast that gets her a lot of guests. Like if you think of popular female podcasters that are seen by the majority of people as
Oh my
There's
ass.
the domain name
Hey,
JohnHarmon.tv,
subscribe so I can
because
get YouTube
think
Premium
about
so I
my
can afford it,
content like a
gang.
little-
unattractive.
For
they
both of
are
us.
few and far between, and they're not getting, and they are usually very talented. Like they're very funny, they're very animated, they are very charismatic, they are very intelligible. Like they know a lot about their topic. None of these things are Bobby Althoff. Like she's kind of just not there, but she just plays this same shtick. You don't necessarily. I don't think she's dumb, of course not, but she doesn't have the it factor, and I think that's also what frustrates a lot of people. Yeah, well, she's talking about one day my kids are going to be old enough to read these comments. Well, she shouldn't trip about it too much because hey, at least you didn't find out, or your kids didn't find out that you got cracked on a tape by Ray J via an ad on like a Roblox website, like the Kim Kardashian's kid did. Yeah, at least that won't happen to you. And the thing is,
Nigga, I was finna say, like, what are we talking about right now? Literally.
I think she's more concerned with the kids thinking to themselves, wait, why did you leave our dad? And then
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're worried about, oh, my kids can see all the comments and I'm like, your kids are gonna grow up and see that our dad was doing fine. You just left them. We have to grow up living this. My parents are split from before I was born, but I have a lot of siblings, so like it affected all of our lives. So like I don't even know, so I have to get older. I got older and had to ask why, and I still to this day don't really know what the truth is and all this and that, you know. Imagine them. You left because what? The internet's telling you like you did it to yourself. You know what I mean?
her not having a legitimate answer for that. I think that's more of it, because the kids they're not gonna trip like her getting hate. I guess.
Yeah, they're not gonna care.
I don't think it's like that bad of a deal. Like
Shut
she
up,
hasn't
Mom.
done anything super embarrassing from what I've seen, especially not publicly. Now, depending on how extreme your views are, you could say, you know, that people think like her leaving the guy is embarrassing. But I just think it's like the kids questioning it when they're older, like, why did that happen? That's all I can think when it comes to the comments. And maybe them being influenced, or not even being influenced, maybe being reasonable and thinking, wait, like, this doesn't make sense. Why did you leave dad? There's nothing wrong with him, and you blew up. But that's something that probably won't happen until maybe middle school age or so. And then she talks about, like, you know, this allows me to have great money for me and my kids. Her husband made great money. Like, she was not working, keep in mind.
Yeah.
So she was a stay-at-home mom that was not working, and they were living in California. You're up if you can do that. Like, most women, most ladies, most moms that have kids, they
could have started that YouTube channel and stayed down. Stayed all the way down. This week, I'm taking my kids to the Lego factory. We coming back, and then we're going to Build-A-Bear, and then we're coming back, and we're having a Lego versus Build-A-Bear war. Come on. Tell me I can't be a YouTube family manager.
And they have kids, and their husband is working. So for her to talk about, like, oh, you know, this provides your kids had a good lifestyle anyway before you ever made any paper on the internet.
And he's in a happy relationship. Why can't I be in one too? And yeah, our relationship didn't work out. Like, newsflash, you guys. I was 21 when I met him on Bumble, and 10 months after knowing him, I was pregnant with our daughter. And he gave me the two best things in my life, and I will forever be grateful.
Kids and a stable life. Those are the two things. Kids, not one kid and one kid. No, he gave you kids and a stable life. The two things that you should be very, 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 very grateful for.
But when I met him, I was 21. He was 30. Look at 21-year-olds now, and I'm like, you're so young. You're so young. Like, how did I think
he was what?
year-olds now, and I'm like, you're so young. But when I met him, I was 21. He was 30. Look at 21-year-olds now, and I'm like, you're so young.
30?
You're so young. Like, how did I think I was old enough to be so grown? Anyway, it's just embarrassing, I guess. Like,
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess. I just feel like maybe the timing was bad. Maybe the timing was wrong. Because to me, that kind of makes me look at him. For me, I'm the type of person, I'm like, okay, it's either we're all going to be able to go after someone 9 years, 10 years younger, or we're not. The fact that men can't do that and women can allows me to say, okay, that happened in this situation when men can't, which makes you go, look at him and go, okay, why are you trying, you're 30, I want a 21-year-old, she was just 20. Get up out of there. But then I realized this ball be off. And I'm like, I think that just the timing and everything how you did, that makes it sound a lot better. I can't even lie.
I feel embarrassed by all of the comments because it's just like, I don't know why people are so mean. I mean,
I guess I've seen her side a little bit more now.
Like, I wish it would stop, but I don't know how to make it stop. Some people post and their comments are so nice, and people are so nice about them that it's like, people are so mean to me.
Hey, niggas hate me too.
I post and it's like, why?
I'm gonna just keep posting. I
Here she
don't
is,
care.
kind of like trying to play the victim, but she was like, yeah, you know, like I was 21 and then I met him and I think he was turning 30 or something like that. And she's trying to make this like it's like this huge leap of an age gap, which I don't know, like it keeps shrinking. Like maybe like 10, 15 years ago, it was like, okay, 10 years makes sense, which they would fall under the 10 years. And then it became like 7 years. And then now it's like 4 years. So we're going to get to a point where if they're not the exact same age, then you're cooked.
That's
like,
true.
You're tripping. Like you're 23 with a 21.
I think I'm in the category of we looking at like 3 years. Nah, we looking at like 5 years. 5 years probably the max. 5 years. Other than that, it's like, oof. You know?
Yo, that's crazy. But she's trying to make it seem like, oh, well, 10 months later, she decided to get pregnant as well. And we got to think about it. What is the difference between 21-year-old Bobby Althoff and now Bobby Althoff that's like 28? Like, how much more mature is she if she left her man after getting lit and then is with this one dude? That's the only dude I think that she's actually with. This one dude. And I don't know, like just getting upset with all of these internet comments, which the hate is a lot.
She's with that one football nigga too, the other one.
You weren't used to having a lot of people weigh in with their opinions on you. She's talking about, oh, you know, he's in another relationship and, you know, like, why can't I just be happy? Well, we don't know who he is and he just stays off the internet. But I will play you guys a clip right now of why people feel the way that they do about Bobby Althoff. And she's like, I don't know why I get so much hate.
My husband says he's upset with me because in his words, sweetie, you need to stop spending so much money on DoorDash. Ordering it 3 times a day is not appropriate and we need to start living within our means. Honey, it sounds like you have an income problem, not that I have a spending problem. Start earning more money and we won't have these issues. So I took his credit card that we share and I booked a vacation for my daughter Richard and I. We're staying in a hotel tonight, and I hope he enjoys that I charged $8,000 to his credit card.
So now this is another reason I forgot this was a thing. I saw this, and she named her daughter Richard. Name her daughter. No, it's not my daughter. Name her whatever. But she gonna go by Richie. No, she gonna go by, I don't know. Her friends at school gonna call her Catalina or some shit. She not going by Richard at school. But you can tell she's joking, but like the fact that you're contributing to the red pill, black pill, whatever, I don't know what pill is what, you're contributing for for women to go and use that down that rabbit hole and men to, that's why I would be like, all right, what are you doing? It's not even that, it's not funny.
Money, darling.
So in this clip, and she's being sarcastic, ironic, etc. But this clip entirely is why people hate her. Like you're turning yourself into this figure that's the villain, and people are going to levy a ton of hate at the villain, and then you're like, wait, why does everyone hate me? It's rage bait. Now, do I think that she was serious when she made this? I don't think so. But when you build your brand off of something like this, a lot of people do take it seriously, and a lot of people will hate on you for it. Like, for example, I'll give you a contrast. Jake Paul, right? I think Logan Paul always wanted more approval and wanted to be liked more. That's why after like the Forrest thing, I think that an apology was in order regardless for that situation. And I would usually say never apologize, but for that, I think he just got caught up in the content. And we've seen other people get caught up in stuff like that too, especially when you need to do bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think he was right to apologize. However, you've got somebody that, and he was put as the villain unintentionally. Like he didn't want to become the villain. Jake Paul wanted to become the villain. So Jake Paul's going through his villain arc, like 2017, 18, 19, 20, right after the Disney Channel stuff and doing the boxing stuff, and he gets a lot of hate. A lot of people hated Jake Paul for a long time. Not me. I messed with Jake Paul. I just like the villain persona. He had two fire songs. Let's not play about that. People were saying that Designer wrote that, what was it, 23? Man, that thing hit. And there was another one. I forgot. Anyway.
Yassine, I never heard it, but none of that shit was good. If it never came around in my ears, well, no, that's pretty stupid of me to say. But I can guarantee you, Jake Paul got a lisp? I'm pretty sure that shit was not fire. Not even one. Two of his songs? No.
I don't know why I'm reminiscing on Jake Paul songs. But he had an era where he was just the villain. He never complained about getting hate. He knew that he invited the hate.
That's true. He's seen it through
with the negative. And now I think his perception has changed. Like, he started to get more respect than hate. And he's done a lot of good things. Like, he's helped women's boxing a lot. He's shined a strong light on that, which he did not have to do whatsoever. But he had respect for, like, these female boxers. I think Serrano is the lady.
Got in a car accident.
Oh, yeah, ads. Subscribe so I can afford YouTube Premium game.
His name, and he has shined a light on her more than hell anybody else would have been able to, even if they tried. And Bobby Althoff, I just don't think she can handle being the villain. And even right now, before making a video about this, I was like, yo, is this chick just, like, is she doing the thing again where she's trying to bait people to talk about her? I don't know, but I do think she is being genuine here, because
yeah, man. Hey, I feel like she just needs to, pull herself up by the bootstraps. A lot of people have done it in the past. Stay down, turn off comments, log herself in, and really bring something new to the table so that we can, see you as something else. Maybe we are all misunderstood like me. I hate you, but you're misunderstood, so I shouldn't really hate you. It's all reasonable. But until you do something like that to let me see you in a different light, bring something new so that you catch my attention and I start seeing you in a new light, and with that new light you shine to us, or you let us know that how this one really went, you know what I mean, in that case. But let me know what y'all think down below. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Give me a chance, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see you on the next one. I'm gone.